Well, back in October at the Petit Le Mans, we ran into a very special car. It was a center steering 911 Cabriolet. And that video that we made turned out to be the biggest, highest hit video in PCA's history on YouTube. And it drew a lot of interesting comments on this car. And one of the most popular comments was, I would take it if it was a coupe, something I could take on the track. Well, fast forward now to February. We are here at the Sebring Club races, and we've got a coupe to show you. We're back with Nigel from Centro, who, you said you were going to work on a coupe, and you delivered it. You actually drove this again down from Ohio. How many hours have you had in the car so far?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the coupe version. Took us about 12 hours, 14 hours we've been driving it. Got about 1,000 miles, something like that on it now since we've done the conversion, but it's always good to give it a good solid road test after we've built it. This one's a little bit different in that it's a 6-speed, and as you say, a coupe, and we've made it into a little bit more of a track car so people could take it to the track and have a bit of fun.
So you've, obviously we discussed before, you've learned quite a bit from the Cabriolet, so this one might have not taken as long, but you still ran into certain challenges because of it being a manual gearbox, not a PDK. What was the biggest challenge there?
Biggest challenge was twofold, really. One was obviously with a 6-speed, we needed to come up with a solution to extend the shifter knob to get it in the correct position for the centre steer, and secondly needed to add a clutch pedal and configure that in there. But those were the main two differences. Other than that, as you correctly say, we learnt a lot from the first one and were able to build this one in around 7 weeks, so a lot less time than the 14 months the first one took us.
And I asked you before if you had sold any of these yet. You said you've got people interested, but you're not sure exactly what you're going to do with it. So you really did this out of a love, just wanting to see if you could do it, I would imagine.
Absolutely, we did, and that was how it started, really, just a fun project. Already got a couple of guys interested that are knocking on our door asking if we can do conversions for them. We're not sure which way we're going to go. We're really looking to gauge interest now in the project, where maybe to do a small run of production, a limited number of them, either coupes or cabriolets. Just not sure which way to go yet, but it'll be interesting to get everybody's feedback as to what they think we should do.
And the craftsmanship was something that everyone commented on in the video. They were very impressed with the carbon fiber. This was not a hack job. This was very thought out. It almost looks factory style. And you pretty much told us that from the front cowl to the rear window is where you do your magic, and everything else is pretty still stock, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we can modify other parts of the car, but essentially the areas we concentrated on were from the windshield, you're absolutely right, to the rear seats, and that's it. We have to modify the floor fairly extensively to allow the seat to slide out to the side, which we do. People may have seen that from the earlier video that we did. And, just everything else that we do is from the dashboard to the rear seats, primarily.
And even though it's, I guess, hidden under the carpet, the floor pan wasn't something very simple to do. It's something that I guess people who are known in fabrication, you got to do it the right way the first time. And this is all reinforced, and the cables are run correctly. So I imagine if you drove it from Ohio to here, I would imagine you didn't have any binding problems or shifting problems.
Absolutely none, and we gave it a good old test too. No, it's interesting the way that it's gone together quite nicely, and you're absolutely right. There's a lot of work went into designing and strengthening and thinking about making some neat modifications and to the floor while retaining and in fact increasing the strength and rigidity of the car.
I think you have more pictures of this on your Facebook page, actually, the fabrication of the car.
We do, yes. We have an active Facebook page now since you and I last spoke, and we have a lot of additional build pictures for this particular car, which people may be interested in viewing. And it's Centro 911 on Facebook, and feel free to check us out and post your comments. We're interested in all the feedback we can get at this stage.
So when's your first track event? Because I know you have to take this out. It's very inviting with the race seat and the harnesses. I wish I would have had an entry into the Sebring event, because I would have loved to have taken it out for a couple of laps.
Yeah, it would have been a good plan, wouldn't it? We weren't sure if we were going to get it done in time, and we did, so this is a little bit last minute. You guys are the first people to kind of view this and get to have a look over it. But no, that was the idea, is to take it to the track and have some fun. I just need to get somebody with a little bit better driving capabilities than myself to probably do it justice on the track.
Well, hopefully we'll have some in-car video when that happens, so we can get some feedback and see what it's like to actually drive on the track. But it's a very stunning car, very well built. So from here, what's your next project?
We don't have one. We're trying to decide whether we want to produce these, and if so, in what sort of quantities, really, and enjoy these two cars that a lot of people have put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into producing for us. So that's where we're at, but we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we decide what the next instalment may be.
Well, there you go. We had the cabriolet for the sunshine lovers, and now for the serious track people, we have a center steering race car.